It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chargers led out by Justin Herbert in his 5th season out, Greg, as the Charger QB, a guy we saw win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic. And he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know. When he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Ray McLeod deep to return. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Falcons led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
It's so good to see Kirk Cousins back on the field. Think back just a year ago, Mike, that severe Achilles injury. Kirk Cousins is looking to be the first quarterback since 2000 and Trent Dilfer to start an NFL game following an Achilles injury. So he's got an uphill battle, but the fact that he's out there playing under center for the Falcons is a great start.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. This one intercepted. Picked off by Jasir Taylor. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Falcons offense ready now for their second drive. They are obviously still smarting from that pick six a moment ago. Quick 7-0 hole. Try to start digging out now with 1st and 10. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now the second-year man out of Texas, Bijan Robinson. Pitts is the man in motion. 2nd down, Cousins. He'll get this to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll try the right side with Robinson. And he's going to have that 1st down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Open man's got it. That's Chark. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. He was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Dobbins. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. The Chargers out to the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. The man in motion here is Chark. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. To throw, it's Herbert. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A run with Dobbins. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The man in motion here is Chark. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers go out to a 10-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. That's caught left side by Pitts. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Here's a toss left side for Robinson. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Cousins to throw. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Play action now. It's Cousins. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing now, Cousins. That one is caught by Mooney.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. A first down throw for Cousins. To the left side in the hands of London. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely, because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Pass brought in by Chark. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now it's Herbert. That'll be complete to Dobbins. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Herbert. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
McLeod to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. So we hit halftime, and the visiting Chargers are on top, as we'll send you down to Orlando now We're Jonathan Coachman as our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Cousins. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
We'll try to set up a tight end screen with Pitts.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep is Darius Davis. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. This throw taken in by Hurst.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Pistol here for Herbert. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and but most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Herbert. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Charger gets set to kick it away, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Another run here for Robinson. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Cousins. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up second down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Throwing is Cousins. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons cut the deficit down to 1.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return is McConkey. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Herbert. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Caden Ellis in on that stop. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. The throw on the run is complete. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's 2nd and 2. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. They'll stick with him again. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They'll try to run this one in. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. He slams it in there, and he is in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers are going to open up the lead to 8.
Chargers 17, Falcons 9.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Avery Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll run here. Whoa! And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll run. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Cousins. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Linebackers in general have the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play almost before it even starts. It allows them to be in the right spot at the right time and allows them to make the play.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Now, on 2nd and long. Cousins to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now, deep ball for London. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Handoff here, up the middle, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now a give on the ground, and that'll be a pickup of 3. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Now it's Dobbins. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long.